appreciate you having us out, giving us an opportunity to meet the public. I'm John Kemper. I've been a Lexingtonian for 46 years, self-employed for 33 of those. I've spent those 33 years trying to find ways around obstacles that the government has put in my way to keep me from making a living, creating jobs, and paying taxes that keep going up. So I got in the race. I passed Mike on the way out of the filing office. He was going in on the last day. So we've come late to the fight. But, you know, I love a good fight because we've got a very worthy cause. It's our children, our grandchildren, our country. I think what's happened, the Democrats have changed the labels on terms that we all know. There's a small group of progressive Democrats who are using terms we know, issues we love, to distract us over here with bright little shiny things while they're destroying the Constitution, the foundation on which this country is founded. And they got us looking at the little trinkets. And these issues are important to us, but you think China's going to care whether we like abortion or whether we support capitalism when we have to repay the debt that they're laying on us right now? I said, we got Louisiana by France not being able to repay a war debt. They owed $14 million. We wrote a $15 million check. They gave us Louisiana. I keep asking people, what part of this country do you want to give to China?
California.
There you go. That's the unanimous answer. That is the unanimous answer, California. But you know what? I'm China. And I say, no, thank you. I want Alaska. Lots of resources, very few people, or I'll take the Midwest and I'll charge you to fly over and drive through. So if you want to be working for China, we need to keep going down this path. But you got to wake up. What these issues that they're distracting us with is not the real issue. These folks are the top 1% of the Democratic Party, the progressives, are out to destroy this country, destroy capitalism, and take it over from within without ever firing a shot. So what we have to do is, yes, these issues are important, but we have to look deep. And we got to find the rhinos and the progressives that are in the Republican Party. Can you say John McCain? And if we don't find those guys in our own party and we wind up voting for them, we're going to get more of the same. And I'm here to tell you, I am not a progressive. I'm a conservative, Republican, Christian. I've got 2 small children. Mike's talking about his grandchildren. Matt's got kids. None of us want our country to be in 40 years what could happen after this 14 months. Obama's got to go. Pelosi's got to go. Reed's got to go. Chandler's got to go. When you vote with those people over 90% of the time, there is no hope that you're going to get him to represent us. I've got family in the coal business. They strip mine. I've got brokers. They tell me what's happening. The EPA is destroying the country. We're hugging our trees and watching our economy go down the drain. If you have no economic freedom, you have no liberties. Ask the people in Detroit that can't move out of those subdivisions where there's 50 houses on the street. 10 of them are left with people in them. They can't leave because they can't sell their house, and they can't take a job because they can't get out of their mortgage. The federal government is grabbing land out west, and the reason they're grabbing land out west is because they know that when this currency collapses, the only thing we're going to have to be able to reset it with is our land. That's what Germany did after the war. Father-in-law saw people after the Second World War wheeling wheelbarrows full of money down to get a loaf of bread because it's worthless. So they're going to take over this country by not firing a shot if we don't wake up and realize that these issues are important to our heart, but these issues over here are going to sustain our country, and we've got to defend the Constitution. I'm John Kemper, and I appreciate if you look at my website and consider me for May 18th primary.
Are you guys ready to send Ben Chandler home?
Yeah!
Come on, you can do better.
Yeah!
We need to send Ben Chandler home for several reasons. First of all, he's not worthy to hold that office that he's got. It is not Ben Chandler's seat, it's the people's seat of this district, of the 6th district, and we're going to take it back, aren't we?
Yeah.
You guys don't sound very excited. We're going to take it back, aren't we? Yes. I want to thank you, Rand, so very much for having us here. There are several things. I could talk for a while. I'm not going to, but I want you guys to know this, that there's a difference when somebody tells you that they are for something or that they will fight for something. Big difference. I don't care if you're for something. We've got candidates going around saying, well, I'm for this, I'm for that, I'll support this if it comes to the floor. I don't care about that. I want to make sure that who goes to Washington is a fighter. Someone that's going to fight for what we believe in and fight for those conservative values. And that's what I'm going to do. There's three things that I'm going to fight for, and the first thing is the Constitution.
Amen.
We have walked on it, we have trampled on it, and we have to make sure that our government knows that they work for us, and that they have to abide by the Constitution. That's why it's there. We are going to enforce that. The second thing is that we are swimming in a mountain of debt. We have got unsustainable debt that we cannot continue, and that's why I will fight for a balanced federal budget amendment. We've got to make sure that our budget stays within its means. We don't spend more than we take in. What happens when you do that? You go bankrupt, you go in debt. So then what happens? What does the government do? They print more money. We cannot continue to do that. All we're going to do is make the value of our dollar go down. We've got to make sure that our government has a balanced budget. The third thing I will fight for and fight vehemently for is term limits for all senators and all House of Representatives. This is the way that I look at it. We don't need any more attorneys in Washington.
No
more lawyers. No more.
No.
Amen.
We don't need any more former Democrats either. We have to make sure that the people we send to Washington are going to fight for you. And make sure that you have their interest in mind, that that person that you send is the person that will fight for you and stand up for you and know that it's you that put them there. And it's you that can send them home. And so today we are going to celebrate the fact that come November, the guy that holds in that office building right there is coming home. He's not going to be there anymore. And we are going to make sure and send him home, because we're going to tell Ben Chandler in November, and you say it with me, you're fired! Say it with me again, Ben Chandler, you're fired! My name is Matt Lockett, and I ask for your vote on May the 18th. I ask you, please, I need your support, your help, and I ask for your vote. Thank you very much. God bless you. I get my shoe.
You know,
How many of us do you think there are out here? About 100 or so?
Yeah.
How many of you in some time in your life have heard the words, you're fired? All right, everybody turn at 1010 Monarch Street right now. I'm going to say Ben Chandler. You're going to say you're fired. Ready? 1, 2, 3. Ben Chandler! You're fired! Ben Chandler! You're fired! Ben Chandler! You're fired! All right, come on. Let's let them hear us now. A little over a year ago, 1,200 of us gathered on the courthouse steps, and we told them they were going to have to fear this. What we're talking about, and I can tell from looking at you, y'all look like a bunch of extremist terrorists. It ain't about that. It's about our vote. And every single person here this year is worth about 100 more votes than just the one that's standing here right now. So they might look out that window and see 40, 50, 100 people gathered, but they're going to have to fear the power of the will of the people of the United States of America. We're coming back to take govern by the consent of the government, or government by the consent of the government, and we're going to send this message in November. Are you with me? Yeah. I want to say one other thing. I don't want to take too much time, but I would vote for an articulate giraffe before I would vote for the current occupant of 1010 Monarch Street. This is the people's seat, and we're going to take it back. But one thing I got to say is thanks to Rand Paul. Because here's a guy that's up in the polls 15 points. He does not have to do this. There is no reason for him to risk his lead by doing something controversial that the Herald Leader is going to tear up as an extremist right-wing terrorist party. But he did it anyway because the political paradigm has completely changed. The old political wisdom was build a lead and sit on it. But they can't trust that anymore because we're too smart for that. You people aren't being informed by me, you're informing me every single day. We're on to them, and this is going to stop. Thank you guys. God bless America. God bless everyone here. You're fired, Ben Chandler!
We're out. I am so excited for all of you. I wish you all the best. I am hosting a TV
Tea Party in Lexington, April 15th, 5:30 at Phoenix Park. I hope all of you all come out. The candidates are invited to come and participate. I won't have them speak, but to have them come and talk to all of you all and find somebody that you can get behind for this race. Thank you. All right.